Nakore Apparel is a lifestyle brand inspired by and created for those who unabashedly seek, speak, and live in truth. Nakore is the African Adinkra symbol for truthfulness, and the clothes speak truth in all its forms with the ultimate aim of love and justice. If you're down to expand the culture, break barriers, and eradicate injustice wherever you find it, then Nakore Apparel is the brand for you. Go to NakoreApparel.com. That's N-O-K-O-R-E Apparel.com.
Nakore, apparel for truth tellers.
You are now tuned in to the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast.
Yeah, everybody going there.
What the fuck?
Yo, this is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live and direct with episode number 343 of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast. The DMST podcast is back. Thank you to everybody tuning in on Facebook and YouTube live. The live, what is it? The live
Facebook. And
the live feed. Everybody
everywhere.
Yeah, Facebook. I mean, throughout the week, YouTube. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. No Wooshka. Anywhere, wherever, however you get your podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in this week. No Ulysses this week. She's off this week. Playboy, how you feeling?
Excuse me. Feeling good, man. Playboy the DJ, man. Playboy D-A-DJ. Another week, another journey. Another show, man. Ready to get in. Let's get it, man.
Dev, how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, man. Feeling all right. Yeah, ready to have some fun, get this show started, you know what I mean? But, yeah, let's have some fun.
Yeah, everybody should be good. We hear off our off week last week. Everybody took last week off because of Easter and everything. So everybody should be refreshed a little bit and ready to get back to the content.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, well, Playboy, how was your weeks? Your couple weeks off and everything.
Weeks was, life been lifing, man. I know I have to. And look, man, like I said, real quick, I'm always been transparent as far as my life and the things I go through, struggles, different stuff. So I know about a couple weeks ago, I let people know that I had a new position, new career, heading to whatever. Unfortunately, those motherfuckers rescinded and they cut jobs. So I was cut effective immediately. So I'm back to the fucking drawing board, man. It's just, I will honestly say this is one of the periods in my life where this is one of them, I feel like LeBron's chalk that he tossed in the air. If that make any sense. Like you don't even know where the fuck it's going. You see it, and then it's just all gone. Like I don't know what fucking direction I'm going in or what's in store. The one thing I will say is that I try to hold on to my my integrity and maintain keeping my head high, even though it's hard as fuck because it's, when you get shit like that and you thinking different things about to happen, you mentally start preparing like, okay, damn, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. I know I'll be able to do this, A, B, and C. So now I'm kind of like back at square one, but you know what, man? This gonna sound real fucked up, but you know what? I'm enjoying the journey. You know why? Because I just got a feeling. I'm a firm believer in God. Like I always say, man, I just think he got something way bigger in store for me, man.
You end up where you're supposed to be, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he got something way bigger in store for me. And things happen for a reason, man. So I'm just, I'm trying to maintain, man. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie, man. When you trying to get it, man, and you sincerely trying to get it, and then shit just don't go your way. And it's so many things that's coming up in the very near future that require money and different shit. And I'm just kind of like, how the fuck I'm gonna pull it off? But you know what, man? At the end of the day, I've always managed to pull shit off. So, however, got to get done, it got to get done, man. I ain't about to go out here and knock nobody over the head or nothing like that.
I mean, hey.
But
I mean, if the nigga ain't looking.
right. Like, excuse me, sir.
Hey.
No, man. But has it been honestly, to answer your question, these past couple of weeks has been very devastating for me personally. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, you know what? I can only control what I can control, man. But I'm at a point in my life, honestly, where it's just like by any means necessary right now. And I don't mean like illegally and nothing like that, but just, you never know, man. Nigga, sometimes you got to take steps back to move forward. So I may not even be able to go into the direction of the field I've been in over all these years. I may have to take a step back. Hey, you may, and not being funny when I say this, I'm being 100% authentic and real when I say this shit. Y'all may roll up to a Chick-fil-A and see me in the motherfucking, window.
You got bills?
You may. That's what I'm saying. So, not saying it's a bad thing, but, when you got to go from this to that, you got to do what you got to do, man. So, we going to see, man. It's been rough. I ain't going to lie. It's been rough. I was even sitting here contemplating earlier. I had some stuff going on personally, but I was kind of in the mode like, well, you know what? This going on. I might just, let me just fall back for a minute and just, clear my mind or, this and that. But I was just like, you know what, man? No. You know what I'm saying? That's the easy way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like I say, you see me here today and ready to get it in, man. You know how I go. I'm going to keep pushing.
All right. That's what's up. And definitely got to keep pushing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to, man.
Dev, how was your weeks?
Weeks was it was okay. It was cool. I guess I'm trying to think. I know what happened this past weekend. I'm trying to think about the weekend before that. Well, this past weekend I went up to Erie, PA, to Gannon, my old stomping grounds. You know what I'm saying? They had the our football alumni weekend. I got up, getting up there and going back to Erie. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I just forgot how white Gannon was. Like I like did East Cleveland City Schools, did Gannon for 5 years, which is a lot. Then I came back to the east side of Cleveland, Atlanta, and Cleveland, and then all my jobs have been like the county, Belfair, and schools of black people. So I had this this blurb, this quick 5-year little run where I was around white folks, and I forgot. And they had this. I know what happened. It's not streaming on Facebook, but I know why. Okay. But anyway, I had this. They had this meet and greet the first night, and I can't explain. It's like Erie got a little pier. I don't know if you've been to Erie recently. It's nice. They built it up nice. It wasn't like that when I was there. You had to drive down to the edge of the pier, and it was
I was down there. I took pictures when I was out there. I'm like, oh yeah, there's your school out here, or whatever.
Yeah, it's a place called Pier 6, and so you got to turn around in the Marriott entrance in order to go to park. And as I'm turning in the little turnaround, I could see the back patio. And I said, oh, hell no. I would have, because a lot of my homies couldn't make it. So I would have been the Oreo and a sea of milk. I said, oh, hell no.
It would have been the one chocolate chip that fell off.
Hell yeah.
That was left in the cup.
Oh, no, man. So I went and did some nostalgic rides around the city to different areas and stuff like that. I drove to campus and to my old spot where we used to live and different stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not going to that. And I forgot just how, because when we was there, y'all know the people from EC that went there, like I told y'all. And it was dudes from New York and Chicago, Philly, all over, Buffalo, and it was the homies.
Yeah.
And so, if I wasn't kicking it with them, I wasn't kicking with nobody at Gannon. You know what I'm saying? So, I got back up there. I said, oh, I forgot this. Then I went to the spring game, and the one dude was like, yeah, man, we're going out afterwards, man. If you want to. Man, I took about an hour and a half. First of all, I couldn't focus because the game was yesterday. I had to make sure I was back home in time for the game, but yeah, it was cool. It was nostalgic to go and see. I hadn't been back in Erie to stay overnight in almost 20 years. in 18 years. Like I graduated in May of 2005. I haven't been back overnight since. I've passed through a couple times and drove by campus and saw that kind of stuff, but I hadn't been in Erie overnight in a minute. And Erie's a cool little city, man. It's not too.
It's right on the water.
Yeah, it's right on the water. It's a cool little city, man.
It's literally right on the water.
It's nothing. It's nothing
a hot
crazy.
Skip and a jump from here. Like
I forgot how close it was,
get
man.
There and,
an hour for you was an hour.
Yeah.
Hour
from where
5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I forgot how close it was because I had to think about it. I'm like, oh shit. When I used to take this drive, that was the furthest I had ever driven. Mm-hmm. So it felt like a long time. But you take enough Atlanta trips. I done drove the Atlanta trip probably 10 times. I didn't work for the social work. Social worker.
I was going back and forth to Columbus. You get to Erie before you get to Columbus.
Yeah, you get to Erie. Yeah, Erie. You get to Erie before you get to.
Like you said, a little bit over an hour.
Before you get to Mansfield, you in Erie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like,
Ashland or something like that.
Yeah. Like I done took that drive, like a drive that far doing social work. Like I'm like, oh shit, this drive ain't nothing. Like the drive to the border of Ohio is 35, 40 minutes. And then it's 25 minutes in the PA. I just forgot how short that was. So it was a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I should go to Erie a little bit more just to go and kick it and, you know what I'm saying, and get away for a quick little bit. I lost all my money at the doggone casino. It was on went. Yeah, got some cash.
Yeah.
Left. You know what I'm saying?
Get that Vegas practice in.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm like when we get to Vegas, I'm taking a few dollars, but they kept cheating me on the roulette table, man. But then I walked past the electronic ones you told me about. I saw that, but I was already broke.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I've never done it. The only time I've done it on an actual table was on a cruise.
Oh, okay.
And it's different. I mean, it's cool because it's people.
Yeah.
Right? And I did it last year in Aruba too. I take it back. I did it in Aruba last year too. But yeah, I do a lot of the electronic roulette. Yeah, I do a lot of that.
So, but yeah, it was cool. Been a cool couple weeks, man. Winding down the school year. Getting ready to get up out of here. We got to Playboy. We got to talk about that, man, because that might be the move. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
The schools, man.
Oh yeah, no, for
might
real,
be the
man.
move, man.
Yeah,
we
gonna talk more about it. Yeah, we gonna talk more about
it, man.
Yeah,
because
Yeah,
it's definitely hiring season because the school year over, man. You know what I'm saying?
man.
So, but I'm getting ready to wrap that up, and yeah, that's really been about it, man. How was your weeks, man?
I mean, it's I guess 2 weeks ago really wasn't nothing crazy. Like I said, we took off for Easter, so we didn't do too much on Easter. Just stay home. Like we didn't even cook anything too expensive. We just everybody was just home. It was just cool to kind of everybody just be home and people doing their thing and stuff like that. So that's cool. But like this week, it's just been we started house hunting, so we've seen a few houses this week.
Okay.
We started house hunting.
All right.
Yeah, we started house hunting. I know, like y'all both been in y'all situations for a while now, so y'all haven't been in the house hunting market in a long time. But it's so tough now. Even when I was looking a couple years back, where it's just like you gotta know, you don't get time. Like when y'all were looking for a house last time, like y'all would probably look and go home and talk about it some and get a couple days maybe and get you got to pretty much go into a house, especially when it comes to the weekends. If they do an open house or something, you pretty much go into a house and you walk out and you basically are making your decision as you're walking, like, can we live here? You don't get time no more because houses, the inventory is low, especially in Mayfield. The inventory is low. And even with the interest rates and everything being terrible and the market being bad, the inventory is low. So it's a seller's market. So you got to basically go in there. My realtor be calling me 15 minutes out the house because and you got to know, you got to just pretty much be ready to move. So we put an offer in on the house this week, and then we got the word today it wasn't accepted. So, I mean, people don't get their first choice. I don't think it's ever really that easy for people when you're house hunting. I mean, it wasn't that easy when I was looking before. So, I mean, we'll be. It'll take some time probably, but at least we've seen out of the 4 houses we looked at this week, 2 of them we liked one enough to put in an offer. The one we saw today was nice, but just it ain't it, and so it's just, we'll see.
Where y'all,
Mayfield,
okay.
Mayfield, because we don't want to have to, move Amir again.
Uproot, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot to take him out of one city where he already knew people.
Right.
And bring them here. To give them like 1 year of school,
You have to make new friends all over again.
But the I ain't gonna say the shitty part, but it's like the crazy part is that we see houses in other areas.
Yeah.
That fit our needs with everything we need. Even
if y'all gonna be there for a minute,
even the numbers are right, and it's like, and it's crazy. But it's like we don't want to take them out of another school. I honestly don't want to do that to them.
No, I get you. Well, I will say this. I mean, I'm just an opinion. It would be better to do it now versus being with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years later and being like, oh,
well,
okay,
he only got 6 left. So.
Yeah, so it's like it would be best probably now if you did, because he just meeting these people. Yeah, he hasn't probably built no bonds with people that he gonna know, like we grew up in school together all the years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I saw Nigel Stansbury today. We was at his football game today. Yeah, I saw him out there. So like you said, so it's like the people that you've known for years and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, so he just meeting some people for a school year. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So. No, in no way, shape, or form am I saying,
I know what you're saying, but it's just it's tough.
If it would be, it's still because he had to transition from another city to, this, and so I get it. I mean, I understand 100%.
And if y'all gonna be there for a minute, but I feel it to each his own, so y'all got to do.
That's the other thing too. We plan on at some point. Like I said, he has 6 years of school left, so once he's done, we plan on probably going south. Yeah. So we know even what house we pick now, it's not the forever house.
It's not permanent. Yeah.
It's like we need it to be sufficient for what we're doing now. Like we got 2 people, we both work from home. Like we can't pick the house that's too cramped when it's like we need to be to have space. Ain't neither one of our jobs changing unless one of us change jobs. Right. It's not changing right now. So we both work from home. We both need some space somewhere where we can set some desk up or something and all these other things. So it has to be functional for us, you know, and so it's you have to give them some things. Even the house today we saw was 1-car garage. I'm like, I really want 2 because I don't want my car out there shivering in the cold. Right. But it is what it is. Some things you got to give up on. I
will say this: it's a great thing when you can walk out to your garage in the wintertime and it's snowed and filled and you ain't got to wipe nothing off.
Yeah, I mean, I live in an apartment, so I've been indoors with the apartment for a while. Yeah. But I mean, I grew up without we didn't have a garage growing up, so. We always cleaned the car off. Right. We always shovel. So it's not like I haven't done it. It's just that I haven't done it in, some years or something like that. But it's just, you give up on that to make sure something else in the house is 100. You know, the bathroom situation. Or like today, the basement was just, it would have been really awkward trying to get some stuff down there. The first house we saw was the one we really did like, in a sense. The location wasn't, it was right behind the Dairy Queen on Mayfield. It's the first house behind that Dairy Queen. When you go down that street, we know where it's the Greens, the Lyndhurst right there, with the Applebee's and stuff, and you make the left, the Dairy Queen's right there. And it was just like it was the first house, and it was just everything in it was new, and the whole layout on it was perfect. But it's like I'm like I can already see in my mind people in the drive-through, and you hearing their music because it's a drive-through, and stuff like that. But it was everything we did. But then the problem with that was the basement wasn't finished. Well, I can deal with it not being completely finished, but the ceiling was super low.
Oh yeah.
I'm 5'7". The ceiling had to be a little bit over 6 feet.
Oh okay. Yeah.
And so I'm like, it felt small, and I'm like, all right, I'll make it work.
Ceilings are the key. Yeah. To room size. Yeah, you can have a big room, but a small ceiling will make you feel cramped.
Yeah, and I'm saying, and there was a ton of space down there, and I'm like, I could never have the game on. I'm like, hey, Playboy, Dev, come on, we game night. Whatever. Dev gonna be crawling to the goddamn couch.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I'm just like,
I can't crawl no more. I'll be stuck on the floor.
So I'm like, yeah, it will go, but it's like I said, it'll come. But we did that, and it did the New Edition concert on Thursday.
I'm about to say, man, I seen y'all.
Yeah, y'all been out. Y'all went to the Cavs game yesterday. Y'all niggas is everywhere.
Shout out to Carlisha because she bought the tickets for that one.
I ain't gonna lie, I loved it. I seen all the little. You know what I'm saying? The concert, did the basketball game. I'm like, okay, they kicking it. Yeah,
like I said, that was her treat. And I know she knew I wanted. I've never seen all 6 members of New Edition, so it was cool to see them. I don't know what I did. Then we did the Cavs game too on Saturday, which was dope too because we got to spend the whole day together. We kind of like went downtown a little early, grabbed food, we bar hopped a little bit. Yeah, I mean literally, it was just. She was hanging in there, we bar hopped a little bit. Everything was cool about it until the Cavs lost, but so it's a dope experience. But I will say about New Week, because we music people up here. I don't know what it is about New Edition, but people are going to scream and go crazy forever for New Edition, and I don't mean this in no disrespectful ways, because I'm about to say something that kind of sounds crazy. Like, would you outside of like, Can't You Stand the Rain? what you call any of their other songs like really classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny. I'm
not being funny either.
Yeah, no, I'm
yes.
just saying because
yes.
The Cool It Now, obviously, Mr. Telephone Man. I mean, I'm saying that, but now I guess a better way to ask it is: would you pick a whole album and say, you know, I'm gonna go listen to this album because I really love this one. So I know they're a little bit before our time too. Honestly, when they started coming out and really hitting it, we were still pretty young in that sense.
I look at them the kind of the way I look at Drew Hill.
Okay.
Well, I look at Drew Hill the way I look at them. Let me not be disrespectful.
Right.
Am I going to go through an entire Drew Hill album or an entire Jodeci album? No. But Jodeci got 10 to 15 that I know. Like, they got I'm trying to go through, of course.
The internet. Yeah, it was doing something. When I hit the thing going earlier, it was like it wanted you to verify if you still want to do that.
No, that's because I had to get a new phone. And so all my Google on every computer that I'm logged into is now I got to log back into.
Okay.
So I don't even know how much I'm gonna be able to. I don't know why this is making me. I don't gotta sign in because I don't really need to sign in right now to search stuff.
But no, I get what you're saying. But it's like and then no matter what happens in life, Bobby's going to get the biggest ovation.
Can You Stand the Rain? Still in Love with You? That was when they came back.
Again,
if it is in love,
but I was
cool
in there.
Now,
I was in the stands
man.
like this on Thursday. Bro, I was in the stands on Thursday. So I'm
come
not
on, man,
that.
you tripping? Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. I said this was going to be taken the wrong way.
You lightweight tripping right now. I said you asked. Well, hold on. You asked, dude. New Edition got any classic?
I'm saying,
Can You Stand the Rain?
I'm saying
it didn't register because I was trying to log into Google.
I'm saying, like, I should have said it the way I was thinking about the question when I was thinking about the show. Is this the end or something like that? Yeah. Well, I should have said it this way. Do they have like that album that you just be like, all right, I'm gonna go listen to it? That's the way I think it's hard. The question was in my head when I was like thinking about the show.
I think it's hard. I can't think of a group.
Because I do listen to it. Drew Hill's first and second albums I listen to all the way through.
But I can't. I don't. I pull like Beauty. These are the time. All that kind of stuff. Yeah. 5 Steps. All that. Yeah. Like I got about 10 songs from like 3 total albums. But I do that with a lot. I do this shit with Jodeci. I do it with all the groups. You know what I mean? I think it's harder for groups to make banger albums all the way through because they probably have to let the weaker niggas
get they shine.
Like when Bone used to have to let Wishbone rap more. Like that wasn't gonna be a hit. You know what I'm saying? But like you got Usher, you could just make Confessions or Life and whatever. You can just make your shit all the way through and it's all Usher and it's all you and it's an entire album. It's all Beyonce. It's all Whitney. It's all Life Jennings. It's like it's way more single artists that I can listen to their shit all the way through. Groups, I can't. There's very few that I can. I'm not saying I can't, but I can't think of a group that I could just put the album on and let it rock all the way through.
112. They got 3 albums I can go all the way through.
All the way through, yeah.
Room 112.
Yeah, right. The first 112, Room 112, and then part 3, all 3. The first 3, they can all go. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's weird because I'm sitting out there at this concert where it's just like people love New Edition, despite the story, absolutely. The trials, the tribulations, the breakups, the I'm on tour, I bought tickets. We ain't gonna finish this tour. We all got in a fight. Now you can't go. I mean, no matter what, people, that arena, they didn't do third level, but packed.
Think about it. Mm-hmm. They went through New Edition. They went through Bobby. Mm-hmm. They went through Ralph Tresvant. Johnny Gill.
Solar Group. Bell
Biv DeVoe. Mm-hmm. All of that and just mixed into one. I mean, truth be told, the crazy part about me when it comes to classics, you talk about classics as far as New Edition.
You gotta add in the BBD and the Johnny Gill and the Bobby Brown shit. The branches of New Edition
is crazy.
It's crazy.
They're long.
Truth be told, one of my favorite songs by them, and it's gonna sound real fucked up, and I know you may not agree, but one of my favorite songs by New Edition is "My Kind of Girl."
I don't even know if I ever heard it. To be honest with you,
you know what song I'm talking about, Brainstorm?
I think so.
You know the one
and mine is Boyz II Men.
You're not that kind of girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I think
it's like one of my favorite songs by them.
Mine is Still in Love.
Oh yeah,
I love Still in Love.
Can You Stand the Rain? Those are my 2 favorite. I can't help.
I like Home Again off the Home Again album. I think it's the last one they did on that album.
I like that fast one. Is that the one that was like boom, boom, boom?
That's like in the middle of the album.
That's my joint right there.
Ralph Tresvant got a new cut that's hard. That came
Yeah.
out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like they're talented. And then another thing I thought about watching them again, Johnny gonna sing until he's 100. Johnny gonna be in hospice care.
He gonna be riffing.
Still singing. Now he was doing too much on Thursday.
I heard that from other people.
He was doing too much.
Yeah.
But Johnny gonna sing until 100. And like I said, and Bobby gets all the love. It don't matter what Bobby's gone through, what he does to you, what pisses you off. The biggest ovations of the night is always for Bobby.
Yeah, we was too young for that. Bobby was that nigga.
Bobby was the dude.
Bobby was Bobby was Chris Brown.
That was like 89, 90. So in essence, I guess so.
No, it was earlier than that.
Every little step was like 89.
No, I'm talking about, but when he was in the group, and was the leader of the group. That was 85.
Yeah.
86. Like Bobby was that nigga.
You know what? You know what's so crazy that you say that? Because even now, like looking back to young New Edition videos, you could tell Bobby had that.
He had a little bit more.
You could tell he had that passion. He was gonna be that guy. You know what I mean? I mean, all of them was, like I said, you know the thing I can't understand about concerts and this type of people, like New Edition. They continue to sell out and sing the same songs every year in the same cities every
and people
single
go every single year.
time.
But you know, I think you said you're not a concert person, but
I'm not, but a lot of people are.
I don't have to see them anymore. I'll never pay to see them again.
What's the name of them was down the road in Akron? Kim and Stokely from
That
Mint
would've been a hell
Condition.
of a show.
I heard that was a hell of a show.
I know
bro.
it was. I've seen Mint Condition. You know, obviously Stokely being with them or whatever. But
Yeah.
I've seen them. So I know that was a hell of a show.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say they had a real good time down there in Akron.
But yeah. So that was a good time. Tank's ass got naked out there. Basically, it's like I didn't pay my money to see Tank get naked out here. I did not.
So let me ask you a question. Keep it 100.
Huh?
What was Corleisha doing when Tank was?
Snapchatting. Talking about, yes, he's naked, girls. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
That type of shit don't bother me.
I'll take my shirt off in this bitch like J.R. Smith.
Yeah. Like all the hoes come calling. You hear me?
Say,
Play with me.
Hey, she look to her right. You be gone. Next thing you know, you on stage like mother.
yeah, like oh yeah, that is the cross. But yeah, so he was cool. He did his songs. Keith Sweat was cool, but I've seen him before. But Keith was cool. It was kind of crappy because their shows had to be condensed. Well, at least Keith Sweat, he had a ton of stuff he could have really done. A lot more he could have done. Guy was cool. It was weird because I don't think Aaron Hall. I forgot that Aaron Hall was the motherfucking end guy too. I forgot him and his brother.
Yeah.
Was it Damon? Right, Damon Hall is his brother.
I think so.
So I forgot until they got because he was the last one to come on stage too. I guess having to be a little fashion to be late or something. Teddy's out there still doing his thing with
Teddy
the music.
Riley.
Aaron Hall shirt off in the crowd, going through the crowd and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just dope to see. I mean, like older people, us in our age group, not old, but we get nostalgic about stuff like it's like no different than you driving through Gannon University and stuff like that. Where we get nostalgic and it's like no matter what, we want to hear them songs. You know, even if New Edition out here helping Bobby sing his songs in different parts of it, he'll give you 10 seconds of a dance real quick and then he got to stop. He ain't got it. He can't do it no more.
That nigga ain't got it.
Bobby is breaking some moves real quick.
It is our prerogative. No.
Right.
nigga can't do it.
Yeah, he'll break into some moves and the crowd be go Bobby, and then this nigga be like, I'ma
Oh
stop.
fuck that man made me think. I was thinking about the Jamie. We're gonna get into that in a second.
I was getting ready to say
But
that. I was getting ready to say
but he was like he couldn't get out the block. So
Yeah,
it was
oh yeah, you talking about Michael Jackson? Something?
he said it. He couldn't.
Yeah.
quite get this shit.
Yeah, and I thought about that because, and even with the Jamie Foxx stuff, there's going to be a transition. But it's like because I was watching Teddy. You remember Teddy and Babyface had the verses very early on in the COVID stuff because, and they had the technical difficulties and stuff. And it's like, who had a bigger impact? Teddy might have had a bigger impact on the culture because he had the New Jack Swing and stuff. That's his stuff. That's the 90s went all of that. But producer, Babyface.
Oh, he done broke.
No, bruh. Even Keith Sweat went out there and did some songs that he did for people that people, I knew he did. He found Silk, you know, stuff like that. But Keith Sweat ran through songs. He's like, yo, these songs I wrote for people and stuff.
Right.
But I was thinking about it watching Teddy, like, oh yeah, but you know, like you said, between people like Teddy Riley, people like Babyface, Jamie Foxx, who, you know, obviously that from what I heard, brain aneurysm and a seizure or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like these are these talented people that, like you said a long time before death, it's like these are people that we kind of grew up with, and at some point, and Babyface in them is older than like the Jamie or something like that. But it's like these are people that we've seen for a long time, and then they're going to get sick or something.
Man, that's
and
gonna fuck me up.
And you gonna look at them and be like, God damn.
I ain't gonna even lie. When I heard that shit about Jamie, like I said, I knew we transitioning. You the first person I thought about.
Man, that's
I know how much you love that show.
Woo-wee.
And I was
But
like,
he's the talent.
but you know what's killing me about that?
He is the talent. That nigga ain't a talent. And I don't think there's nobody more talented than
Right.
Jamie Foxx.
When you got a motherfucker that can do
everything, funny,
Everything.
sing, act, impressions, there's nobody more talented than this nigga, man.
and that's the part that had me sad, because if it does those type of sicknesses or things that happen like that, they can affect what he does for a living.
Yeah.
As far as vocal and different stuff, I'm just hoping and praying
Like,
that he come up out of that, man.
And
like,
I'm knocking on wood, man. That shit made me think we were talking about it the other day, man. If we are blessed enough to live a full life, I'm telling you, I'm taking a week off from life if something happened to Michael Jordan. I'm telling you that right now.
I know you will.
I'm not gonna be. I can't. That was my childhood.
right.
But that's another part. You know what? Let's just keep transitioning if y'all don't mind. Into a bunch of different shit. Same thing happened to a member of Bone Thugs and Harmony. But I was talking about it at work the other day. Somebody was talking about Bernie Mac's show, and they was like, "Oh, they was watching like, oh damn, Bernie Mac is dead." Like they forgot. But we started talking about the Chat GPT shit and this AI stuff. I don't know how much y'all are up on what's going on.
I'm not following it.
Okay, so let me break it down.
I've seen the AI stuff where they got.
Let me break it down for y'all.
Voices doing all types of stuff.
They got people's voices doing so. Chat GPT, we can't. Just sitting here, just chilling. I don't think we can wrap our mind around what Chat GPT can do. Like you can go on a Chat GPT right now and say, "Write me a verse by Jay-Z about." Coming up out. Oh, I'll just write me a verse for write me a Jay-Z verse, and it'll write it. And then you can put it in Nicki Minaj's voice. But what stops you from writing a Biggie verse with Chat GPT and putting it in Biggie's voice? So then what stops you from having an entire Biggie album, an entire Tupac album, an entire Michael Jackson album? Right. And these aren't like weird, goofy renditions of songs. You got these AI voices doing perfect vocal renditions of like Kanye West rapping, Drake, Snoop, Jay-Z, everything, and it's all in the other person's voice. So like, this is what I'm saying. It took me back to when Kobe passed. I was sad from what happened with the helicopter and the daughter and stuff like that. I remember I thought it was all the daughters. I was all fucked up, and it was more because of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is, I only know Kobe on TV.
Right.
I don't know Kobe. You don't know Kobe. You don't know Kobe. You don't know Nipsey. I don't know Nipsey. So if I can Chat GPT Nipsey's words and put Nipsey's voice and create an AI version of Nipsey, did Nipsey die?
Right.
That's the question we got. We're not really wrapping our mind around what's going on right now because we just chilling and it's like sneaking up on us. But there's an entire world. Of course, it started in porn. I can pull it up for y'all to see, obviously not for the feed to see. Well, they are creating women out of nothing. These women don't exist on planet Earth.
Right.
They don't exist. They have followers on Instagram. Niggas is paying for their OnlyFans. These are fake, artificial intelligent women. They're fake. The pictures are fake, but some of them look cartoonish. There are some that look crazy real.
Yeah. Like
insanely real. So this is my thing. If I can AI Nipsey's voice perfectly, his lyrics and cadence perfectly, a perfect AI version of him, create an entire album, an entire set of videos, music videos from Nipsey Hussle, what are we saying? Did we lose Nipsey? Can we put out a Tupac album in 2024?
Right.
Would you buy it?
No.
If it was Tupac's voice, Tupac's cadence.
So who's writing it though?
You can. I don't think it's not registering. So okay, this Tupac.
You're saying
Tupac is right. So listen. So I don't know if y'all watch Black Mirror. That show on I think it's what it's called.
FX.
No, it's on
Black Mirror went on FX.
No, it's the one on Netflix. It's not. Maybe it's not Black Mirror. It's every episode is something different.
Yeah, I thought it was FS, and then we started seeing the replays on Netflix.
Maybe,
but I don't know. But
they had one.
It's a freaky kind of show.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
they
It's
had
really
one.
Weird. Yeah.
So they had one right where this person died, and the girlfriend bought an AI. Like they got the robot. They have it. Like it's a couple comedians. Like people have these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. So she bought a robot version of her boyfriend, looked just like him, and this is like 4 or 5 years ago. So this company took all of his she submitted all of his text messages,
so
all of his Facebook posts.
They built him.
No, they didn't. They remade his soul. So like they'd be like, what you want to eat? And the brainstorm robot would be like, I want to get some wings. It'll sound just like you, look just like you, and say the exact thing you would say. But in the show, it ended up being that like it didn't have the personality to shift. And of course, the way they do it with the TV, they make it end up being bad.
Yeah.
But that's for dramatic purposes. The fact of the matter is, they was probably in the background creating what Chat GPT is now. So the question you ask, who's writing Tupac's lyrics?
It basically is
Tupac. It's nobody else. It's not like
they put everything into him.
Yes, it's not a person sitting in a lab answering the text. It is every song Tupac's ever written, every experience Tupac's ever had that we know
and
of.
It's processing at
and
a
it's
level.
Processing it and it's writing it from Tupac's perspective. It's crazy. So you like who's writing Biggie's album? Biggie.
I don't know if I want to fuck with it.
I know, but I don't. Whether you want to fuck with it or not,
it's coming.
It's here.
It's coming and it's here. Yeah.
And it's crazy, y'all. I wish we could play music on here, cause like
I've seen some of the clips of songs that's been out. It's like I said, it's freaky, and I'm saying that like in the sense of it's weird that the way it's been. I've seen those clips out there. Yeah. Yeah,
it's insane, man. They ain't gonna be able to see this, but I gotta show the fellas this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I wonder if it'll let me do it because I'm not signed into mine. But shout out to one of my favorite pods, Flagrant 2. They were talking about this the other day. I don't know if they're gonna let me. They're not gonna let me pull it up because I'm not logged in. Oh yeah, I am. Oh, whatever. It ain't let me pull it up. But it's anyway, I'll show y'all on my phone or whatever.
Okay.
But they're creating these dang, I can't believe it ain't. They just creating these the fake people, but they don't look like fake people. Mm-hmm. And if you can create Chat GPT can. Like I'm going to jail. I mean, I got arrested for a DUI. I've never been arrested before. I live in this city. Blah 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 blah. Chat GPT is creating defenses for people.
Wow.
It's writing scripts for motherfuckers. It's writing papers for people. I got a paper to write on the French Revolution, and it has to be 13 pages. You click enter, that bitch 13 pages print. Damn. It's crazy. It's like we can't and it randomizes every single time.
And so are y'all here for the whole takeover of everything that the direction that everything is going in, technology, everything, the stuff that's going to be available for us in the future, the stuff that's not. Are y'all here for it or are y'all not here for it? Because
tough. It's tough to say.
Some stuff is going to be like, it's great to have.
I was about to say
and it's going to be a good experience, stuff like that. Then some stuff is going to be so out of pocket that it's like, because you can't trust people. So it ain't going to be used for good. If you can say it's all going to be used for good, bet, then I'm here for it. But that ain't life.
Right, that ain't life. I would say the same thing. Some stuff, yeah. Like Dev just said, if I got to type out a paper for something or some shit, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that type of shit. But The other stuff, I don't know.
But so how?
But I would be interested to see.
This the thing. How do we know?
Yeah.
How do we know what's what? Look at this shit.
At some point, we won't know.
We won't be able to tell the difference. And this is too, this is early on in the process. I don't know why this is taking so long to load up, man. But we're really early on in the process. So like the versions we're getting of stuff, is like
it's I don't know. It's Tecmo Bowl versions right now.
Yeah, this is
right.
At some point we gonna be at 2K.
Right. Yeah.
Like y'all can't see. This is what I'm trying to pull up.
I see that.
That's not a human. That's not a human, dog. Like that's not a real person.
That's crazy.
This is computer generated people, man, and they're creating these motherfuckers. That is crazy. It's insane, bro.
So
That's not a human.
Now is that just a picture, or is that
They are the AI programs can recreate pictures. Like they can take you could just. It's hard to even explain. Like, hey, this is what the naked human body looks like. Create me 7,500 white women, 2,200 black women. It just you can't tell the difference. Like we can pull this up on the screen. This ain't too crazy. For the people watching, this is not a human. That's not a human being, people.
Well, you know what? Oh man,
That's not a human.
You know what?
That's not a human being.
That's weird. I'm only bringing
It's
it up.
clothes in the background, bro, on the hanger. Tell me that's not a person right now that's getting dressed in their room. Tell me that.
I mean, in that sense, I guess if you wasn't told that it wasn't,
Yeah.
you would think it was somebody taking a regular selfie that you see all day long on Instagram.
So let's say they took the same program, recreated Nipsey Hussle right now.
Yeah.
And Nipsey standing there rapping.
His words, new songs.
That's crazy.
It's in where this is. We might be on.
I don't know if everybody wants that though, because that's a great point, right? Great point.
This is a great point.
Dude,
He ain't looking up.
Y'all ain't getting me. I'm not looking that way. Nope.
Playboy, you ain't
I'm
looking
looking right at the camera. Right at the camera.
Oh,
I'm looking right at the camera. I don't even know what's on the screen.
is that a part of the?
Yes, that's fake,
then,
bro.
Then I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
All right, so this is cool for us. Like the Nipsey example, right? Mm-hmm. Some people might want that experience of. I've seen stories of people cloning their pets, and so like the pet died, and they got another one that's just like that pet or whatever. All right, so that we use the Nipsey example. All right, some of us might want it as fans. You think Lauren wants it?
No.
Right.
But
Do you think Vanessa wants another fucking Kobe walking around this bitch?
I was getting ready to say, as far as loved ones or somebody,
that's gonna be the crazy part.
that's gonna be the crazy part. To be able to be like,
Who gonna be the first person to make it okay? And because Nike gives Vanessa $150 million for the Kobe deal, so he can keep selling shoes and they keep making Kobe commercials. Somebody gonna do it. No, I'm saying somebody gonna be like, fuck it.
oh yeah,
Somebody gonna say, fuck it. You can keep making albums of my dead relative if you pay me the royalties from their music.
right, yeah.
The voice, if the technology exists, like, okay, they do the deep fakes. At this point,
Them deep fakes is crazy.
the deep fakes is crazy. Once the deep fakes of humans that really exist
Yeah.
is going to look, they could just make their own Ray J, Kim Kardashian sex tape of people that did, and they never did it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm sitting here saying I'm not here for that, because it's like we don't know what stuff is going to be at some point in the future.
Fam,
But
it's jumpy for some reason, but it's a what you call it. This is a boomerang. That's not a human, man. But the picture is jumpy, and this is the Nintendo version.
yeah, like you said, we don't know what it's going to be about in a year or two or 5.
That's not real. Ain't this? Is this not crazy? Am I tripping?
It's
This is insane.
It's insane. It's insane.
This is insane, man.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. So
I guess it's the week we should have had a live audience in the studio.
so they can see what's going on. But yeah, man, this I've been diving into it. Man, look, this is insane, bro.
Now, man.
This is insane.
God damn.
Crazy. No, but for real, aside from what's going on up here, that's crazy.
I mean, the concept of it, yeah.
It's like weird science all over again.
This is mind-boggling how crazy this is.
Goddamn.
I'm going to zoom in without her. No, I ain't going to do that. I was going to just do the face. But it's crazy, man. It's just something.
Yeah.
It's just something to think about, man.
It's
here.
We can't even say it's coming. It's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
And like the next step, you can't believe nothing. It all started a couple months ago. Remember they put them videos out of like the leaders saying stuff, but they wasn't saying it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They started there. Then the fake Trump picture of him getting arrested. That dropped, and it wasn't him. Then they made jokes out of it because they put like the Pope in a goose down jacket and all that kind of crazy shit.
Yeah.
But the shit that's really going on in the background is crazy. The songs, I wish we could play them bitches. The songs rap by other people.
I've heard some clips.
It's crazy.
I've heard some clips.
The songs rap by other people is crazy. But shout out to it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where the rest of the world fits in this new age of like AI, but it I don't know.
That's crazy.
These people, like her, these people have like followers, man.
Do they just not know she's real?
No, they know. These dudes know the person's
care.
not real.
All right, man. Then. All right. So here's the question. Then. Before we move on, here's the question. Then, if it's that real, do you follow them knowing they're not real and pay money to subscribe to it, or do you sit there and say, all right, there's real people that I see for free?
That's true. Yeah.
I'm asking y'all. No. It's the age
this is the thing.
It's the age old thing now when people say, "Hey, why are you paying for OnlyFans?" Something like that. When it's like you can see shit for free on Twitter.
You gotta know. It gotta be live and in person. Whatever you doing, gotta be live and in person because you can do whatever you want over this.
Right.
Over line.
Over Al Gore's internet.
This picture got other people in it. Mm-hmm. This is craziness, man. This is crazy, bro. And I keep saying the same thing over and over again.
Like looking at stuff like this, you know what's funny? Remember, how many years ago was it now? 2-3 years ago? I think we might have talked about it on this show. I can't remember, but remember they had those dolls that was for real life, and people were sitting there like, "Yo, like this is for real life, like for real life, like." That ain't got shit on this.
They ain't got shit on this.
That ain't got shit. That ain't got shit on this. And people was like, "Oh shit, that shit's coming." Like that shit. What you gonna need a woman for? Yo, you could go home. And, that ain't got shit on this right now.
Right.
Nothing.
This shit is crazy, man.
Just like King Kong ain't had shit on my nigga Denzel. That ain't got shit on that right now. Hey, it's nothing.
Hell
But
yeah.
hey, I digress though.
What do they do? I mean, I know this is crazy, but what do they do when they just AI Beyonce and make her OnlyFans?
Oh, people gonna pay for it.
Oh,
That's the thing. This is where they're gonna get us because we're diabolical human species.
Right.
They're gonna start on the dark side, and it's gonna make us more comfortable with the regular side.
right.
They're gonna do some shit that we shouldn't do, but everybody gonna be doing. And then like, what is buying Tupac's album in 2025 really? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's how we gonna rationalize it because niggas done spent half they check on Beyonce's fucking AI generated OnlyFans.
I hope I don't go to that point because I just hope that because humans are degenerate by nature.
We are degenerates, man.
And you know what? You want to know any example of it? Let a celeb sex tape drop or phone hack or whatever.
It's over.
And you done seen a million naked bodies in your life,
Right.
real life TV and everything. But for some reason, you want to see what Julia Louis Dreyfus look like naked or something or whatever. Like everybody's gonna. Oh Jesus!
It's blind. It's blurred out. I didn't know what was coming.
Here are your mid-syllable. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga was like, yeah, but
I didn't know what was coming.
But no, I mean, like we are diabolical by nature. So you put Beyonce out there. Imagine the people who got the biggest following, right? Beyonce stands. You put a Nicki Minaj thing out there. You put a Rihanna thing out there. Hell, Taylor Swift fans are insane.
It's gonna be
out
crazy.
There. The people who know it's not them, but follow everything they do are going to pay for it.
This is the real life version.
If celebrities were smart, they would talk to the people that do it and try to get a piece of it.
But like I was watching Brilliant Idiot, Charlamagne said he copyrighted his voice. They can't use his shit.
Oh, that was smart.
Niggas let the copyright like their face. I don't know how to do that. But like this is the real life movie version of like, you know how people be, it's this blue stone in the back of the dungeon that you can't let the bad person get a hold of, as if they do, they'll end the world, or you can't get in the wrong hands. They didn't let this technology get in the hands of the wrong people.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
This could be used for so much good.
What are we gonna do today, Pinky?
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take over the world.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Try to
bro.
take over the world.
I don't care what y'all say. The Michael Jackson album is coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And niggas is going to buy it.
Okay. All right.
The Michael Jackson
last
album's
one.
coming.
Any album, dead or alive. So I guess not here right now. Who are you buying if it's there? If you have the opportunity, it's created, it's fire. Who you buying?
Shit, I don't even dead or alive.
But it's got to be.
I mean,
Like somebody who can't make it no more. Biggie.
Man. I'm about to say Biggie.
Biggie.
I think it's Biggie
It's
all day
Biggie.
long.
I'm not. They put a Biggie album out.
Especially if they can put it where his mind. I'm coming around right now.
Yes,
I'm
they
coming
can
around
put
right
it-
now. I'm coming around. If they
He'll
put
be
it where his
coming around
mind
the mouth
is
when he
in
comes.
2025, in 2025, this is how Biggie would have thought. Everything. Now I know it's still. We don't know what decisions he would have made.
Yeah, but
That's the tough part.
I'm
But you
telling
could.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
Go
Go.
ahead. No. I was getting ready to
No.
say
Go.
something.
Go.
No, I'm just, now this shit got me thinking. In a minute, nigga, it's gonna be a situation where you're gonna be walking down the street talking to somebody and they ain't gonna even be real.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not here for it. I'm not. I
It's
don't
crazy.
It's gonna
bro.
be like they not gonna even be real.
you got your glasses on and you can see Tupac in front of you.
Yeah.
You talking about 3D. You go to a concert, you put the glasses on, and Pac is on the stage.
Yeah.
And he rapping his new songs
Here's-
featuring Michael Jackson. Music played by Jimi Hendrix. It's some wild shit.
Right, yeah.
So, how are you gonna feel when you at a Pac concert in 2025, and he say "Thug Life Till I Die"?
And you like, nigga be like,
Hey, well,
everybody going fucking.
hey, just saying.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna fight it for a little bit, but that Biggie album drop,
Nigga.
I can't.
Nigga.
I'm gonna be like, this some bullshit.
Can I get a real life Biggie Pac collaboration of what they would have did? How we should have. Can you imagine Pac and Biggie sitting down why the beef was bad?
Whoa!
Can you imagine these niggas in the interviews about, nigga, we wouldn't be here if we'd have just stopped. That, nigga, that's gonna blow your minds.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow your minds.
It's wonderful and scary all in the same
It's
breath.
terrifying.
Oh my God.
It's terrifying, but it always reminds me. It's nothing crazy. My daughter is she a young lady.
Mm-hmm.
She got her phone. Here, take it. Probably gonna take it for the whole summer. Nothing too crazy, but just we got to stop it now. 9.
Yeah.
But her friends just texting stuff they ain't got no business texting words,
I
all
get
that
it.
kind of stuff.
I
So
get
took
it.
the phone. It's terrifying, but
Yeah.
you know it's coming.
It's
know
like
what's coming.
So like, how we
Yeah.
gonna deal with it?
Right,
That's
yeah.
kind of the conversation we had today. I feel the same way about AI. It's terrifying, but it's here.
Bro, life is all about evolution, man.
Yeah, she gonna start liking
Evolving.
boys or girls at some point. So it's here.
Yeah, it's-
What we gonna do about it?
Yeah.
This shit is crazy, man. The Chat GPT stuff is it's almost like, you know how older people. I was watching something the other day. This older people don't understand Google. I don't think we understand what Chat GPT can
well,
do.
we can't yet.
Yeah,
It's
we
too
can't
new.
get it.
You know how much I would love to hear a Donny Hathaway featuring Prince on some guitar or Donny
some Elvis?
with some Luther Vandross.
With some Luther.
You know what I'm saying? With some motherfucking Frank Sinatra.
You
in
see,
the
they did the
background.
one with Rihanna doing all of Beyonce's songs.
Yeah.
Man, and
She
they
crazy.
now they thought the beef is Rihanna's songs. Rihanna sound better singing Beyonce songs than Beyonce.
This
I'm
is,
like,
yeah, I don't have time for it.
This shit crazy, man.
I'm gonna get in my bubble and stay. In
Now
my
I will
bubble.
say that different people that I admire as far as artists, music wise,
That's
probably the
gonna be
only
hard.
thing I would really want to hear.
That's gonna be the hard part.
Bruh.
But
I,
nigga.
I still bump Victory Lap. So I would want to hear some more Nip.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or something. gonna consume my. You know how you see some shit and you can't unsee it.
That's
Now
how I felt the other
unsee
day.
it.
That's how I felt the
Now I
other
can't
day.
unsee it.
I can see you already went down the rabbit
I
hole.
went down the rabbit hole. I said, "Come on, man, this
He
can't
done
be."
went down the rabbit hole and tunneled into another rabbit hole. I said, nigga, what you doing here?
I'm like, damn, what you done met me? I told that bitch saw myself. This shit is crazy, man. Because that's the thing. Like back to all the way to the beginning where it first sparked that made me start going into it a couple days ago. Bernie Mac.
Yeah, because I was just sitting here thinking like,
Bring
what
him
if
back.
you-
Put
like
him
what
in
if
the
Felix
movie.
was here? And so thinking about the comedian aspect, like, would we be like, damn, would it be nice to sit in front of a Richard Pryor set or Red Fox back in the day or something? Like
Dog, the Chat GPT is writing entire comedy sets of the greats.
Yeah.
It's writing there. Is like writers' rooms are going to write me a show about black people in Kansas City in 2008 and the struggles. Them niggas will the scene set on 3rd and 5th Street. Like the mother, it's fucking shit up. It's fucking up writers' rooms. It's fucking up writers for comedy. It's
But you know what the scary part for me is about it? Whoever fucking came up with the programming,
man.
who are they?
And how fucking
the man
smart
behind
are
the
they?
curtain.
How and what else do they got up their sleeve?
The man behind the curtain.
But I remember when I saw
Right.
that Black Mirror episode a couple years ago. It was 2 episodes that freaked me out. That one where she brought her boyfriend back, and I wish y'all got to see the episode. Where like dude was
I'll search it.
it was him. It was she brought him back, and they were talking and doing all the shit they used to do. It just didn't have a soul. But I'm like in my brain, I'm like, no, y'all trying to throw us off the scent. Y'all done figured out the soul too, but y'all trying to throw us off the scent.
Oh yeah.
But it was another one where motherfuckers' eyes were recording everything that happened throughout the day. Mm-hmm. And so they will argue. The husband and wife was arguing when they got home. She like cheated. One of them cheated on the other one. And they like rewind your eyes, rewind them. And made the motherfucker rewind the eyes back to the point they like Bluetooth that shit to the TV. And like your entire day is played back like a DVR. And they rewind it back to the point they was cheating. I'm like, this is crazy.
That's
bruh.
crazy.
Think about this shit. I just thought about this. It's simple and it ain't as what's the word I'm looking for? Advanced.
Mm-hmm.
But think about this shit. Y'all all remember the movie I, Robot, right?
Yeah. I've been thinking about that. That's the whole time we've been talking about this. I've
Now,
been
do
thinking
you
about that.
remember when Will Smith, aka Detective Spooner,
Yeah.
remember when the gentleman that invented the robots, remember he
wanted to
gave him a
stop
little
it.
thing?
Yeah.
Maybe he gave him a little thing that he could always bring him up and show a hologram of him and he could actually have a
And I said,
conversation with him.
yeah.
And he
Oh,
was dead.
shit.
Yeah.
This was 2004.
This is crazy.
So they've been cooking this type. I was
cooking this
always taught if you can see it and you can it can be done.
My father was a huge Star Trek fan.
Oh, I loved
and
it.
back in the day, they used to have before the
little
chirp
thing.
chirps, they had the little things. They had the little FaceTime thing. They would talk, and it was all just the little snippet. This is the 80s, the 80s, into chirp chirps and the FaceTime, and they was doing this shit
Bruh.
on the goddamn. What is it called? The Star Trek Challenger,
the
whatever
Starship
fuck-
89
Starship
or whatever.
Enterprise.
Starship Enterprise.
Starship
Motherfuckers,
Enterprise.
they was doing that shit.
USS Enterprise.
Yeah.
I used to watch The Next Generation, so that
Yeah,
was the one I
yeah.
watched. Yeah.
But bro, think about it. I said that to myself the other day. I was like, damn. We went from not even having no phones to now I can actually call you and see you
All
while I'm
that.
talking to you.
All that.
And then, like I said, going back to the iRobot thing, that's what made me think about it. Taking a person, even though they ain't got no soul, but to actually be able to have a conversation with them, and they know who you are, and you know
Yep.
who they are, and it just be like, okay,
And they respond to everything.
this shit crazy.
They
You know
come
what?
and show up to the pod on Sundays
You know
at
what?
6.
Now I don't know, cause see,
Maybe
that's
they
like-
run late a few times. Like it was the craziest shit. I'm like, this is
Hey, see,
crazy.
so now I don't know. I'm gonna have to rescind a little bit because I don't want to be sitting up here and somebody pop up like, they just start to talk and be like, "What the fuck?" No, I didn't activate you. I didn't, like they said in iRobot, man,
All these
revolution.
things where stuff happens and this
Evolve.
technology is different. Have y'all seen the movie Ready Player Go or whatever it's called or whatever?
I
That's
want to
a
say,
good movie.
yeah.
It's more of a. They're trying to find something in the midst of this whole movie or whatever, but it's like it's the same thing. It's technology and people trying to find something, but it's basically based on you put this set of things on and you go to a whole different world, which is even that seems primitive to some of the stuff we was just seeing on this up there.
Yeah.
You know what though? I'm gonna be honest with you. Dead right. There are going to be millionaires and people that's gonna pay all types of money.
Mm-hmm.
Because what if they told you, just speaking in case of me, in my case rather, imagine individuals that passed away that you didn't get a chance to have a conversation with or say some shit that you wanted to say. Imagine being able to pull them up and be like, you know what, in my case, grandma or dad, hey, I never told you how much I care, this and that. And they can actually talk back and say, oh, son, I love you. That type of shit.
Woo!
Like, bro, can you imagine?
And you know what's crazy?
People will pay millions of dollars to do that
and
shit.
You need that for your mental of being able to say, all right, that's some closure.
But that's what I'm saying. You're going to have people
it's going to be therapy. It'll be part of therapy.
Part of therapy, bro. So you tapping into all types of markets and all types of shit when it comes to us as human beings, period. Think about it. Think about people who's died tragically. That you could actually...
That you didn't say bye to them. Like you think Vanessa thought that Kobe and
this is what I'm saying.
Gianna was get on that helicopter and they wasn't gonna be.
Now you're gonna have some people that's gonna be like, nah, I'm cool on that shit.
Which I understand. I'm on their side right now.
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
But the reality is you're gonna have some people that's gonna be like, you know what? But I ain't even lie to you. Truth be told, like especially with my dad, I think I would want to see him again.
Yeah.
He left in 2004. I think I would want to have a conversation to be like,
it's crazy, man.
Because I'd be interested to see or how it would work as far as that conversation. But the point I'm trying to make is I think there's going to be individuals out here that's going to pay tons of money to be able to even begin to have that somewhat of an experience. You know what I mean? But we're going to see, man. That's very interesting, man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to find. I can't find the actual episode, man.
Man, can you imagine fucking Jimi Hendrix and Prince riffing together? Bruh, can you imagine some shit like that?
It's crazy, man.
Shit. I don't know,
It's crazy.
man. It's some shit I would get into. I ain't even lie. It's some shit I would get into.
Yeah. And I think we just had the tip of the iceberg with the shit.
We are.
But speaking of shit in the past that could be relived.
Okay. You got one.
And sometime in the very near future.
I think I know what you're about to say.
There's some shit coming.
I can't wait.
You know what I'm saying? To Hulu.
Is that the actual thing? Oh no, that's something different. But yeah, it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
So the 94 Freaknik is
Can't wait.
It's a documentary coming. You know what I mean?
You know what? Now that I think about it,
You
that damn summer, my sister went down to Atlanta.
Yeah, you know what's weird? You know what's weird? Because I was wondering, like,
So
what
did
is it about?
Kanye.
I was wondering what is it about '94? Did they say what it is? Because I had a T-shirt. I was telling Carlisha I had a T-shirt for a year.
What? You was a Freaknik? Oh, little freaky ass brain. 13-year-old brain.
Yeah. It's like somebody lived on our street. She used to, she was cool with my older brother and
Big booty ass.
No. It was somebody on our street that she was cool with my older brother. She was in band and stuff. So her peoples was in Atlanta. She used to go down to Atlanta every summer. Mm-hmm. And I had a T-shirt that she had brought back that she had gave to Will at one point that I took from him and I was wearing. It was the Freaknik shirt, but I think
you've been Freaknik your whole life, man.
But I do think it was a '94. I could, back in the day we cut sleeves off shirts, we balled them. So I used to ball in or whatever, and I had it for years. Years and years and years, and I might have literally just threw it away, when Carlisha and Amir moved up there.
Oh, man.
So, and I wish I had it because I want to know if it said 94 on it. Because what is it about the 94?
I think it was the peak of the freakiness.
Okay.
I think after that, it got.
I was down there every year.
You was?
I would, because my father was from Atlanta. He was up here, but I went to visit all my people every summer in Atlanta. Okay. I didn't get to go to the Freaknik because I was young, but I was. Oh yeah, man, she was stupid.
Mm-hmm. I think after that it started getting bad.
I never was able to get close and go to the actual Freaknik, but that shit was crazy.
The documentary is just because people have been talking about it. It's been in the news for about a week now.
Yeah,
people are nervous. I think some people are nervous that they ain't even stepped foot in Atlanta before. I think they just want to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we can understand, obviously, probably what it was. So you know what made me think about this? Of the totality of it was, I guess, on the Breakfast Club this week or last week or whatever. They had a little conversation about it, and some lady called in. She said she was 13. She was at Freaknik or whatever, and they was talking about
13.
Right. And they was like, "Well, I think you was a little young." She was like, "No, I was 13," because she said that was the first time she had oral sex because some random dude picked her up, grown ass man, picked her up, and she had a skirt on, and was doing what he did or whatever.
Holy
she was 13.
shit.
One while she said she was there with somebody older, I believe.
Holy
and so, but
shit, man.
one, why were they not protecting you a little bit more? But you know what made me think about this? How crazy this documentary might be, depending on how crazy they want to get with it. When Carlisha told me that story, I was like, what people don't understand is that when we say the 90s were wild,
Yeah, 90s.
the 90s were a different type of. The 80s were something, the 70s were something, obviously industry and stuff like that. But the people who came of age in the 90s, a lot of shit took place in the 90s that just we know in a culture today. Even if you didn't do it, you knew somebody that might have been. The
you
90s
know what was going on in the 90s?
Was a wild, wild west.
You know what's going on in the 90s? Wasn't nobody watching. Like 60s and into the 70s, we were still, getting oppressed a lot. I mean, we are now, but it was heavy in civil rights.
Oh yeah.
70s, 80s, we was coming out of it, but then crack came, a lot of police presence. The 90s was different. Niggas was outside all times of night. The corners was flooded. Like wasn't nobody watching.
Bruh.
Our parents, for the most part, not everybody's parents, was out in these streets. They was messing with that powder, that liquor. They was high. They was
sugar wooger.
Yeah, it was.
Sugar booger.
Wasn't nobody watching us in the 90s.
Nope.
So we was just doing what the fuck ever. We in high school. It's not like that today. Like we in high school, it's niggas in a whole ass cars pulling up to pick up girls in the 10th grade, in the 9th grade, in the 11th grade.
That were
and
30.
You know these niggas is grown.
That were 30. Not like I told Khalees.
Not 19.
Not the 1920 just got out of school a year or two ago.
Grown
These
niggas.
niggas were grown.
Picking these young girls up.
Grown.
Bro.
Grown.
That shit don't happen nowadays because everybody watching. Wasn't nobody watching in the 90s.
Or they super quiet about what they're doing.
Is it? But like
That
literally
too.
working. There's nobody.
100% agree with you though.
No, but I'm saying you're right. Nobody what they doing, but it's also like the process of dismissing kids from school is way different.
Exactly.
They would just let the bell ring. See y'all.
Right.
Yeah, we out.
Now it's like a parent. They gotta have a sign. It's people out in the parking lot. You
Nigga,
here for
y'all-
who? You
y'all-
here for who?
Y'all did a dance that I DJ'd a couple years ago. I mean, not a month ago. Where everything was, y'all had a whole system. Like, who outside, who here, who that. They text the people.
bro,
it's
it's
like, all right,
different.
send so-and-so
So
out.
you
They
can't
mama
just-
there or whatever. The whole thing.
You can't do
Evolution.
that shit no more.
Evolving, bro.
Yeah.
We
Wasn't
left
nobody watching
homecoming.
this.
We left homecoming with whoever the fuck we left with.
Bruh.
Just out that bitch, man.
Bruh. I remember,
Where y'all going?
bruh. I
I'm
remember going to my homecoming to winter ball. Matter of fact, wasn't no security guards outside.
Yeah, hell no.
I remember me and Steve Chandler, shout out to the homie. We pulled up together. We walked in. Wasn't shit. We did whatever we wanted to do. We left. And coming back in, went to the stove. I mean, all types of shit.
We got 3 people at the front door. I'm going back and forth. It's staff in every corner. My homie Pushback.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The white dude used to work for the CIA, so he in the corner like the president in the room.
This nigga got an earpiece
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
nobody talking to it.
Moving on Fox 5. Moving on Fox 5.
Foxtrot Sally.
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot Sally.
The ego is moving. The ego is moving. You know what I'm saying?
There's people everywhere in this damn building, man. We had like 15
Yeah, it's
staff
different.
members in there, man. It's just not the same now.
And this the crazy part, just to go back to, as far as the Freaknik, what people don't even realize where it took place at, it still was out and about from that too. Everybody in the city knew that's what the fuck was going on there. And all they did, real quick, I'm pretty sure y'all know, they changed the whole shit up because that girl got raped. At the Freaknik by all them dudes in the middle of the situation.
Okay.
That's when they shut it down.
Okay.
All it did was move to Black College Reunion in Daytona Beach in 2000.
And bike.
Yeah,
Black
I mean,
bike week and stuff like that.
That's all it transitioned to.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
So,
man.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know.
That city used to be lit.
I wonder, for me, I was Freaknik just like we've all been to Atlanta. Y'all lived there. Was it just like, all right, everybody downtown and we just shut down Peachtree and we gonna drive our cars down Peachtree and we gonna act the ass and we got the big ass bots camcorder thing on it? Is that what it was, or was it like, hey, we out? It obviously wasn't burning, man. We just out in the field and something like that. So that's what it was. Like people just in the city. And,
Imagine, okay,
It's the after Shaw picnic
oh,
exactly.
Okay.
for the whole city.
Okay.
You know how we go down we used to go down
But
to
titties is out.
Tucker's.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but
Like he said,
A bunch of
Sunday
more
night.
people.
Sunday night.
And titties out.
and titties out, and people fucking.
Okay.
Excuse my language.
Yeah.
No, real talk. I'm
First
sorry.
time in like 8 years of DMST. Excuse my language.
See?
he done said 8,000 cuss words on the show before. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? I unexcuse it
Niggas
now.
don't respect
It
it,
was fucking. No, but for real, that's how it was, bro.
Okay.
It's just like being at Tucker's, but imagine Tucker's times like 20.
I know Peachtree is like that street is a long. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
know it was
Peach-
that long until I was at the Marriott something out there, and I knew we took Peachtree all the way to Lennox.
Bruh.
I didn't know it ran all the way out there into what's that, Buckhead. I didn't know.
Freaknik, even though I didn't get a chance and to experience in that, perspective as
frame.
far as like right there, I got a taste of it when I went to Black Beach 2000. Yes, I did attend the Freaknik in Daytona Beach 2000. Me and my homie. This is how crazy it is. Luke came rolling through in his bus down the I forget what strip it was. He was on his bus with his people, rolling up, and was like, "What's going on, fellas? This, and that." And we just talking shit. So we walking up on that little strip. They had a whole bunch of little mini hotel rooms and shit. We walking past one spot. It's a hotel with a big ass window in the front. It's like 2-3 niggas in there and like 4 or 5 chicks in there, and they fucking in front of everybody. Everybody got their camcorders out. Everybody, and they just the girls looking back. They sucking. Excuse my language.
Pardon me. Is that Grey Poupon?
Pardon my French. Pardon my French.
But you catch my drift.
That's gonna be the name of the pardon my French.
Pardon my French. But they were sucking cocks.
they were sucking cocks. Cacks.
Oh my God, your cock. Oh my God. It was white girl. Your cock.
Your cack in my mouth. No, bro, I'm telling you, but it was like that because actually on the beach, Daytona Beach, we rode around there. Because we had rented a car and we drove from Cleveland all the way down to Daytona. We on the beach and these chicks is running naked on the goddamn beach, and everybody just doing their thing. And like I said, all that shit did was transition from Atlanta down to Daytona, and they still do that shit to this day.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, and then even a part of that, offspring of that is also the Black Bike Week that used to go on in Myrtle Beach. Same thing.
You get the Black Bike Week, and you got black. Anytime you see Black College Reunion, that's just AKA Freaknik, nigga.
Yeah, some shit going on.
No disrespect to anybody,
Yeah.
but I know what the fuck. You can't fool me, nigga.
And I will say, people that's our age technically acting nervous like you wasn't there. Well, we don't know your life, so maybe you was there. But like too many people are acting like they surprised or they think they might be in it. Like you wasn't really out there doing that. You ain't on the bots camera thing or nothing like that.
I hope not.
You would hope.
Hey, what if you did see somebody you know though? on that
Oh, how
motherfucker?
would you react?
How would you react?
Like, is that Miss Hampton? What's happening name?
What-
Jackie? Let's look up Jackie Hampton.
What is she watching right now? Like, boys, you guys know.
Hell yeah, I was there. No, man, that's crazy. But yeah, I thought about that too. What if you seen somebody? Because that's all I've been seeing on social media is, a lot of people nervous about this.
Oh, they big nervous.
But I don't think people gonna be. Whoever got caught in the documentary, hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. All right, let me ask y'all something because I know let's see what time we. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Because you mentioned something, Dev, when you was talking about the Black Mirror thing a little bit earlier and people cheating and rolling your eyes back and stuff like that or whatever. All right, so let me ask you something. What does the term work wife or work husband mean to y'all?
Ooh,
Lord.
Infiltrator.
Yep.
So when it's used, I guess my thing is like when it's used, do you think of, hey, they're just co-workers or something more?
At the same time, both was like,
It's tough because it could be. It just leaves room for infiltration.
yeah.
You got to trust your people. I mean, hopefully there's nothing going on, but it happens with people. I think. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I think? I think the term work husband or work wife it's somebody that you really like, but you just ain't gonna fuck with. But y'all act like them feelings are there
At work.
in a sense, not necessarily deep feelings, but it's just on some real cool shit with somebody of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And y'all, you know, stuff like you don't do different things. I'm not gonna jump all the way into it, but
I don't think they fucking.
no, I don't think they fucking. I mean, no, I mean you can absolutely, but
You ain't gotta be.
and most of the time, some people will deem you outside of yourselves to be that's work, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But you got some people that may like you or whatever, and be like, oh, that's my work husband, or that's what this and that. But it don't necessarily mean that it's something behind there.
I think it's human nature for people to, whether it's a work husband or work wife, there's usually somebody at work that is your safe space at work.
Yeah, just super cool with too. Yeah,
Safe space as opposed to what most people deem to be work wife or work husband. No, do you feel it's a difference between that?
I mean, it could be. It could be. It doesn't have necessarily be though.
Okay.
It could be.
So I saw something online this week. Story, guy, him and his wife been married 5 years. Mm-hmm. You know, they're 32. They got 2 children. Goddamn, this is the wrong one. Oh, this is a good one here. I really want y'all opinion on that. That's actually the wrong one. Goddamn. But I actually know it from memory. All right, so basically, a woman wrote in about, you know, some advice. She has a guy at her job who, according to her words, people at the job deem them to be work wife and work husband. Mm-hmm. You know, so she always gives said guy a ride home from work. He's down on his luck, I guess, a little bit or whatever, but he no car or whatever. But she gives him a ride home. Her car was down. Boyfriend came to pick her up. He said, well, I know you usually take homie home. I'll give him a ride home. Homie gets in the car. Mm-hmm. She said he had like a little attitude, whatever.
Who, the boyfriend or the nigga from work?
No, the nigga from work.
Oh, he called.
Oh,
He
this
had feelings.
nigga's wild.
He had
For
feelings.
work.
Yeah.
She said that she never asked for gas money or anything, but when he got out the car, she said her words was he tossed $10 at her, you know, like onto her lap. It's like, hey, thanks for the basic whatever, just toss money, whatever. She's like, well, my boyfriend didn't realize it, but I picked up on it or whatever. And okay.
There's something more going on.
Okay.
Here.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. So this is one of those things where I put my opinion out there, and you know, I kind of got argued down by someone who thought that I was being a little outrageous. Where come on, it's got to be here real quick. But they really thought I was being outrageous because I was like, yo, it's more there. Mm-hmm. Like, because I'm like, you know, when somebody, if you sit here by your own admission saying that people around you are saying, hey, that's your work, that's your work wife, that's your work husband, whatever. They are observing y'all and saying
your interactions.
It's way more there or whatever. And homie might have got in the car. Yeah, sometimes we all read too much into stuff. Sometimes when we just, all right, we think somebody's into us or they're not or whatever. I was like, yo, I think that she probably put some stuff out there. She said by her own admission, they don't talk about anything personal. They usually joke about work stuff and things like that.
I doubt that.
I doubt that.
It's not true.
Because even if you go to lunch and you talk to somebody at work, sometimes the last thing you want to talk about is work.
That's the reason why y'all get cool.
Exactly.
It's because it's a safe space to talk about shit.
Exactly. That's all that is. That is pure and utter bullshit.
Because the part that's not talked about is there are vultures that are circling.
Yeah.
Especially when you a nigga.
Yeah.
The vultures be circling, okay?
Yeah.
The women who don't give a fuck about your life anywhere else other than this building.
Right.
Or this job. So you do end up finding safe people to kick it with. You know what I'm saying? To interact with. Of the same sex or of the opposite sex, depending on the field you work in.
Absolutely.
So this her lying about this they never talk about anything other than work is wild.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. So this I found it. Yeah, like I said. So I gave y'all the big part of what she was talking about. She never charged her for gas or whatever. But this day he flipped the 10 into my lap and said thanks. I got out my boyfriend and really paying no mind. You know what? Something else I said. The boyfriend caught it. Yeah. He ain't tell you, but boyfriend caught it. You know what I'm saying? But like he just whatever. But so I actually wound up saying I was being a little facetious, whatever, when I said it. But I was like, I told y'all what I said about it. You know, I think she's full of it or whatever. You know, like if people are picking up outside of it, to me, I feel like y'all probably doing the most at the job or whatever, right? You know, whatever. But this lady came back at me and she felt like I was just so out of pocket. You know, she said, you've obviously never worked in the office atmosphere. I said, ma'am, I've actually been working in office for almost 20 years, but I'm sorry. You know, she said the term work husband means that two people work well together many times on long-term projects. I said she Googled that because when I was preparing for the show, I said, let me Google what the world says about work husband, work wife. That's the first thing that came up. So you obviously Googled that answer, number one, and you obviously feel bad about it yourself.
I love it.
She said anything beyond that is ridiculous. This coworker connected the dots, and he came up with the wrong picture and all this other stuff. Like, no. So you, one, to me, connected the dots wrong yourself. And two, you sound like somebody that maybe you've been in this position before.
Yeah.
And feeling guilty.
And you are feeling guilty
Yeah.
because I'm sorry, I've been asking everybody, what does work husband and work wife mean? And most people say, yes, sometimes, like I get it. It may not be something. But a lot of times, more times than not, if the outside world is saying, hey, work wife, work husband, the outside world is seeing y'all every single time. And don't tell me we don't talk, for the lady that wrote in, don't tell me we don't talk about work. I mean, we don't talk about anything personal. That's all you gonna talk about on lunch break. Who gonna be on a break? Man, I can't stand. I mean, a little bit, but come on, man. Come on.
These people are ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
They just blatantly lying and not taking accountability and probably feeling guilty for what the fuck you done. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. Man, come on, man. Please, if you think for 1 second somebody gonna deem me to have a work wife or some shit like that.
How do you get to that
We've
point?
talked about some shit. Like, I mean,
People see y'all together all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Come on
the
now.
time. It's just a little bit more than that. So I didn't think I was being too far out of pocket when I came with that. I'm like, out of all of my adult years, there's only been one person of the opposite sex that took me home all the time when I didn't have a car. And guess what? I actually liked her.
right.
Guess what? It's just if I didn't like her like that, I probably would have been like, hey, you know what? I'll take the bus. I probably would have did that. So I'm just I hate when people not being realistic about, like in this letter, that you not being realistic about the
I
situation.
mean, I think in general, because I think we can all pull from our own situation.
Yeah.
Like in my personal situation, my co-dean is from DC, and DC is kind of like New York, so she Ubers everywhere.
Yeah.
So occasionally I'll drop her off at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
she has no car. I get
yeah, it's a $25 trip
That's a lot of money.
one way.
If
You know
y'all
what I'm
leave
saying?
at the same time, I get that.
Yeah.
get
When we do
that.
the same job, naturally leaving around the same time, sometimes, I'll drop you off at the crib.
I mean, because that's the human thing to do.
Yeah.
Or the nice thing to do. It ain't mean nothing behind it or nothing like that. But
But for the most part, if somebody's deeming y'all work husband and work wife, that's different.
right,
The
exactly.
masses are.
Yeah, that's a different
Yeah,
situation.
hell yeah, it's different.
I mean, the way y'all interact with people is,
Probably touchy feely.
Yeah, that's
all
too
types
much.
Of,
That's too much.
Then come on.
That's ridiculous.
And people is always watching, and they love to talk. They love to
man.
talk. Yeah, I thought about that when you were mentioning the one thing earlier. Okay.
Yeah, man.
What was the other one you had? You said.
Oh shit, it's right here. Hold on.
They be full of shit.
Yeah. All right. It was a guy. He's been married to his wife for 5 years. Like I said, 32, no children. Sorry, 2 children. This one's easy. Come on now, bruh. Come on, man. So his wife goes out a lot. The difference is she goes out with her friends. They stay out late. He says sometimes until late as 8 in the morning.
Oh hell no.
Hold on. He said they have arguments. He said they have arguments about the time she comes home. And she does. He said he doesn't believe she's cheating, but
Hey,
whatever.
boy, give me all your shits. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Let's wrap this.
She was in the window with a hotel and Black Spring Break. Come on, man. Come on now.
But he would say he don't think she's cheating, but he said that he said 2 things. He said he thought
I was in a line at McDonald's. I ain't buying no food though. I just like being in line behind people.
I just want to talk to people in the speaker. You know what I'm saying? But he said he don't think she's cheating. He said she has 2 problems. One was the way she was raised. He said she was he said that she was
She raised by whores?
No. She was. He said.
is going
Let me
on?
just read this. So they have argument. He said, I told her that I think part of her problem was how she was raised, but more importantly, that she's a married woman hanging out with single women, and she's getting bad advice. Because for him, it was like, I guess she was raised by a single mother. and so she hadn't been around men, so she didn't know how it was. It's like so a married home, and maybe your husband would be like, "Nah, you can't stay out all night," something like that. And then the second part of the problem was that she hangs out with married friends with single friends all the time.
Can we do this real quick while we talking about this? I need everybody to squash the determination of whether or not you're a good or bad mate being based on whether or not your mom and daddy was together.
Right.
Because if your mom and daddy was together and their relationship was healthy, your little black ass don't know shit about their relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
You should know how your daddy was treating your mama. You don't know. If you know that he was fucking Sally down the street, either your mama got loose lips or your daddy messy.
Right.
All right, how they conducted themselves in a relationship shouldn't have shit to do with it, or whether or not you had somebody in the house.
You should only see the good parts.
Yeah, you need to learn how to be an adult on your own. That shit is ridiculous.
Right.
Man. Like my parents was together, but some of the shit they had going on, I should be a whole different human being.
Right. No, I get what you're saying, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
It's all about
But
decision
anyway.
making and being your own person.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That ain't got the answer to that. I just had to.
Okay.
People always use that as you know what I'm saying, as an excuse. I had a single mama, a single daddy, and
Right.
Okay. You got a part of that, or you disagreeing?
She fucking.
yeah,
Okay.
they fucking.
All right. So the other part too. Then what about you hanging with too many single friends?
Yeah, that's crazy. Not to 8 a.m. Like if y'all go,
There's no situation where you should be out all night.
No.
I'm gonna say this right here, right now.
Are you going the other way?
No.
Okay.
I'm just getting ready to say. I'm
Okay.
still stuck on this 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning is
There
wild.
is no way nobody that called themselves Mrs. James Rawson McDaniel, motherfucking my girl, nothing. I wish you would come in the house on the regular.
I don't even think
That
that's
time
toxic.
you
I don't
gone.
think
You done.
There's no goddamn
done.
way. There's no goddamn
Because guess what?
way.
I'm not coming in at motherfucking 8
No,
o'clock.
not 8 o'clock
I'm not
in the
even
morning.
coming in really for real, unless it's something important like an event or something past probably
We've
2
been
or 3.
working, We've been DJing.
I done been.
Maybe 3 or 4. Maybe.
I've been doing this thing for 12 years, and I think I've been home after 2 a.m. a handful of times,
Bruh,
maybe
ain't
5-6 times.
That's what I'm saying. Somewhere between.
Doing an event, going to get something to eat,
Bruh.
6-7 times maybe, and never 8 in. I think
My
the latest I
father-
came in one time was like 3:30, and it acted like she was in the kitchen getting some bread. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
I'm just making cinnamon
Yeah,
toast.
yeah. I tried to hankering for some toast.
Here we go. Your ass was peering out the window. You saw the headlights
Seen it,
turn the
like-
corner. And so we had to have a convo to 5 in.
Oh, I've been there, bro.
Oh,
Nigga,
man.
I'm gonna go. This is why I say this 8 a.m. shit. My father taught me a long time ago. God rest his soul. He told me, nigga, never let the sun motherfucking catch you.
Yeah, can't beat you home.
Never. Ain't no way in the world. I did that one time. I woke up to, nigga. I was like, oh shit. God damn. You know, never let the sun catch you home, beat you home. Never. And you doing this on a regular 8 and you don't think she cheat? Nigga, she got a whole nother family. And that's what the fuck going on. She somewhere else laid up.
Y'all got really G advice from y'all dads.
Man.
Like y'all got G advice. Like not the sugar coated type
Oh,
of
hell no.
things or whatever. Y'all got really G advice from y'all dad. My dad is the type of he ain't say a lot, and I feel like that's kind of how I've transitioned into my role now, in a sense, and I try to be aware of it, you know. But I'm the quiet, you know, hey, what your mama say, you know, type of thing or whatever. But y'all got really G advice. So in a sense, I'm like, in a sense, I'm like, oh, that's dope that y'all got those type of things sometimes. That, you know, just the thing where it's just like, you know, like I asked my dad one time, you know, well, how did you know? I mean, I broke up with somebody. I asked him like, well, how did y'all get to this point or whatever? He was just kind of like, well, you find the one you love, you know what I'm saying? You just stick with them. And that was like it. I mean, that's like it. You know, like nothing sage, no big thing or whatever. You know, nothing like we got on the wall out there. Do what needs to be done. You know, none of that shit. You know what I'm
Find her and love her, nigga.
I love my dad to death. Trust me,
I know
do.
what you mean. I know, yeah.
Trust me, I do. But it's like y'all got these nuggets that y'all got from dad all the time or whatever. It's like, I think that's dope, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I said. Go reverting all the way back to different stuff. We was talking about that AI shit. Or as far as, you know, that type of thing, man. Wish you could go back and just hear certain shit. and deal with certain shit. But yeah, man, hell no. 8 o'clock in the morning on a first of all, first mistake, nigga. The first time she would have did it, it would have been a wrap.
I'm taking your keys.
It would have been a wrap the first time.
That's joking.
You know what? I ain't even lying. I'm gonna feel some type of way the first time. Nigga, you know how the saying go? Fuck me once, shame on you. Fuck me twice, shame on me. Second, it wouldn't have been a second time, but like that.
I will say in that situation, I did say that, yo, it's just she don't respect the relationship. Like he's obviously a person that got his kicking it out out his system. So he wants his wife. He wants his wife, and she wants the streets right now.
Bro, there's no way.
He was, and the rest of the letter, he was talking about taking the kids and leaving.
Bro, she's my wife, all right. Ain't no way in the world. 8 o'clock in the morning. Please.
Yeah, that's tough.
Ain't that much kicking it in the world. Where they live at? That's the thing I want to ask. What type of city you live in where you kicking it till 8?
I did say, look,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll wait.
I did say there's situations. Say we was all kicking it and chilling, whatever. If somebody had too much to drink, you might be like, "Hey, man, hey,
that's different."
I ain't
you know what I'm saying?
Drive or something like that. You know, you can do something like that. But if it's a constant thing.
But see, it's the thing behind that too. Like even with that situation, you know, because I've been there. I ain't even lie. It's been a situation where I'm gonna give you the luxury to let you know that I'm not doing shit. Hey, can you come get me? I'm not able to drive. Yeah. I'll leave my car here. Come get me. If you can't, this is where I'm at. If you want to know where the fuck I'm at. But just going out kicking it and then staying gone to 8 in the morning? No, hell no. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
All right, well, don't let the sun get you in trouble.
Yeah, don't let the sun get you in trouble, man.
Okay.
Especially on the regular. That shit crazy.
All right, well, that's it for me.
All right, let's get
cut it out. It's a little bit after 9, so.
Yes, sir.
I got to go home. We actually got Sloppy Joe at home. I ain't had Sloppy Joe in forever. We just gonna figure out what to eat today. We was just going through stuff. I'm like, you know, we said
Sloppy Joe and French fries.
Probably, yeah. We landed on Sloppy Joe. It's just, you know, we've been off our diet plan this weekend because you know we was moving and we was in these streets yesterday. So yeah, go to 1942 on Huron downtown. Try this thing called the asada fries. Well, I know you eat way less now, but yeah, the asada fries. Just, you know, you get your fries. It's like all types of cheese and everything or whatever, but you get whatever topping you want, the chicken, the steak or whatever you want. For whatever reason, these things are so good. Every time I get to play, when I went to the Thursday night game against Pittsburgh, I stopped over there that day, and I wasn't planning on staying, but I wound up ordering it, thinking it wasn't going to be that good, clean to plate. And same thing last night, clean to plate. Get the asada fries, 1942.
All right.
Okay.
Tequila. It's a tequila spot.
Okay. That's what's up.
All right. Playboy, give them all your shits.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, it's Playboy the DJ, Playboy DA You can find me on Instagram, Playboy_James3. You can find me on Facebook under my government. If you know me, then you know me.
They know you.
And you can find me on all DMST boy platforms, man. Like my dad say, man, be yourself before you be by yourself, man. Keep on pushing through whatever y'all got going on, man. You know, even if you're going through rough times or different shit, man, just keep your head up. That's the best thing. The best thing I can tell anybody, man. I'm out, though. Peace.
All right, Dev, give them all your shits.
Yeah, man. It's Big Dev. Real Big Dev 216 everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. Doing this needs to be done whether you like it or not. That's it.
All right. DMST16 at yahoo.com. Questions, comments, concern, feedback, all that good stuff. As we always say, tune in next week to a brand new show. Show will be out on Tuesday. The same usual spots. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty much it. So it may be cloudy today, but the sun will come out tomorrow. And as long as you are here under the sun, live your life to the best of your motherfucking ability. I am DJ Brainstorm for you on all social media. That is DJ Brainstorm, the number 4, the letter
U.
And we out this bitch, y'all.